Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So hopefully I sound okay. My air conditioner is on and the unit's right there, so when it comes on it makes noise, but it's been really hot today and every day. So today's video is actually kind of like a unique mesh of things. So I'm doing a special giveaway for the final 8 days of the Survivor Kickstarter. So anybody who backs the giveaway will be entered to win a bunch of special stuff, and I'm giving away some really good stuff. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna announce the giveaway at the end of this video, so watch this whole thing because I'm giving away some audiobooks, a physical copy of a book, and like a paperback of the book, and a mystery package. So a physical mystery package sent with your paperback book. So stay tuned, watch this video all the way through. You'll get that at the end. But in the meantime, today, without further ado, I'm going to be giving you fun facts about Survivor, but it's going to be a little bit of a game. In between each fun fact, I'm going to have to spin a wheel of dares, kind of inspired by the Wheel of Doom from Ryan Trahan's 50 States in 50 Days series. So I'll have to spin it and do whatever the dare says in between each thing. Some of these are interesting. Let me show you the wheel. So some of these I'll have to like read the next fun fact in an accent, state a random fact not on the list as a character, so I'll have to be in character for that. Read a random list line as dramatic as possible, pitch Survivor in 10 seconds, give a random fun fact about each Valiant book, act out a scene from Survivor using 2 props on my desk, which is gonna be difficult, and sing the next fun. Let me tell you guys, I don't want to do any of these. I'm so embarrassed, but we're gonna do this. So before I do the first fun fact, I'm going to have to spin the wheel. State a random fun fact not on the list as a character. Okay, what's not on the list? I'm gonna have to think. I gotta look at my list here.
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, here I go. This is stating a random fun fact that's not on the list in character, so I'm going to try to be time. Well, of course, the whole book is about me, and I lost track of what I was doing. This is
Failed.
I hate this so much. Okay, I gotta get in character. My name is Time. The book is mostly about me because I'm like the best and I am the most awesome at everything. But I suppose there's a few other people that are mostly annoying in the book. However, I am the most beautiful night climb woman there. There's not very many night climb men in the book at all, just Destre. He's the only male. The other females are there, but like I am the most gorgeous one. So yeah, there's only actually one night climb male in the cast of characters. I have a few night climb females, but yeah, there's only one night climb male in the whole book. So that's my fun fact in Time's voice. Okay, let's move on. So fun fact, that was the bonus fun fact. So fun fact about Survivor number 1, Survivor was inspired not by Survivor the TV show actually, but it was actually inspired by the teenage version of the TV show Survivor, which was called Endurance. It was actually aired on Nickelodeon way back in the day. I'll see if I can find a little logo or clip or something here, but I used to watch it at my great-grandma's house. So she lived in an apartment like across from our apartment, and I would walk over to her apartment and we would watch it together and stuff. So yeah, there was fond memories. So this, I guess in a way, the Survivor has a special place in my heart because of that, because I would go over to her house, we would watch Endurance together, teenage version of Survivor. It was so fun. It was on Nickelodeon. I watched several seasons of it, and I always watched it at her house with my great-grandma. I'd sit on the couch, she'd be in her rocking chair, and it was just the funnest. I would go over there all the time. So yeah, and so in a way, Survivor reminds me of my great-grandma because that show inspired the whole book, and like, so those memories of watching Endurance are really fond. So they're really fun. So that was fun fact number 1. We've got to spin the wheel again. This is gonna make this a long video. Oh my gosh, what is it with? What is this one? Give a random fun fact about each Valiant book. Alright, at least I don't have to do a accent or anything. So fun fact about Hunter. I don't have a fun fact about Hunter. Oh, okay. Fun fact about Hunter, it was actually the first fantasy book I'd ever written before. It was the first I completed, we'll say that. I tried to write a few others that just never really went anywhere, but it was the first fantasy book that I officially wrote, so. Shifter, the main character in it, one of the main characters, Barone, he's a dragon shapeshifter. He was totally inspired by the 1990s movie Crazy Horse. The actor Michael Greyeyes, I'll find a picture here. He played Crazy Horse in that movie, and I was obsessed with it, and for some reason, his actor appearance inspired the entire character of Barone. So Barone and the dragon language and stuff, I kind of like did my own fantasy version of that, heavily inspired by like the Lakota and Crazy Horse in that movie, played by Michael Greyeyes. So that was fun fact about Shifter. Oh, fun fact about Samurai is I actually wrote it because I was really obsessed with the Shinsengumi and the history of the Shinsengumi and the fall of the samurai in the 1860s Japan during the Boshin War, but it was so complicated that I couldn't wrap my head around the politics of it, and I didn't want to get it wrong, and so I made up a fantasy world version of samurai and made up my own politics and war and stuff so that I wouldn't get anything wrong. It would just be like a fantasy version. And then years later, I got it right and wrote the actual Boshin War in my historical fiction book, Immortal. So yeah, that was interesting how that works out like that. Right, so Assassin. Fun fact, not only is it's book 4 in the Valiant series, but it was once a prequel, and it takes place before the other Valiant books, and I wrote it, I want to say pretty early on too. It was like Hunter and Shifter and Assassin and Samurai, and the original version of Mortal and Experiment, I think, were kind of all in the same general ballpark, and then it was like Survivor and the next tier, I think. It's been a long time. So yeah, that's a fun fact about Assassin. Oh, fun fact about Rogue, I actually almost gave up on this book because this was before I hired Heather as my editor. I didn't have any editor to work with at the time, so I was working with some beta readers. One of them was graciously helping me, and we got stuck in the first chapter, and she was kind of like ripping it apart so much that nothing I did was actually fixing anything, and so I thought this book sucks, and I was ready to give up on it, and I wanted to quit publishing and the series and everything, and then I found Heather, and she helped me fix that and add so much to the book, and that's when we started working together. And I love Heather because she brings out so much in me and is able to help me see things that I can't in my own books because I have blinder spots for some reason. So that's a fun fact about Rogue. Okay, fun fact about Immortal. As I said with Samurai, by the time I got around to writing Immortal, I wrapped my head around the politics of the Boshin War, and I actually wrote it in this book. And this book, each era that I did write in it, I wanted to be historically accurate, 100%. I do have fantasy elements in there. I do have a romance and a fictional character and fictional characters, but I wanted it to be so true to history that, accurate. So I felt like I'd wrap my head around that. Another fun fact, I could do a million. I did 50 fun facts about Immortal, like, so fast. But anyways, another fun fact is that I wanted to put the Revolutionary War arc in this book, but it was too big, so we decided to put it in the Lost Journals, so that one will be soon. And last but not least, fun fact about Mortal. This is the rewrite. I actually scrapped the original version of it and completely rewrote it. And so this is the rewrite. I will never, ever show anyone the original version of Mortal. And the prologue in this book, specifically, there is a chapter 1. The opening sequence of this book with the race, I have rewritten that scene at least 3 to 4 times, if not 5, and each time it's been a different genre because I kept flip-flopping what I wanted this book to be. So that's Mortal. Okay, so that's fun facts about the Valiant series. Before I move on, back to fun facts about Survivor. So fun fact number 2, my editor and I both did short videos of us trying to mimic the movements of a few challenges to see if they worked realistically or not, and if they were even physically possible to do X movement. I'm pretty sure I deleted my videos If I can find them. Sorry to my editing self, because it's going to be a nightmare, but if I can find them, I may put one there. But hers is still on Instagram because she posted them as short reels. If you can scroll far enough down, you should be able to find them. So yeah, we both did videos to each other back and forth trying to, I guess we sent them in the chat, so I guess I could find them if I really wanted to. But yeah, we both had to do physical movements. One of them was climbing up on a doorway and trying to see if you could shimmy up, kind of like in American Ninja Warrior. I'll post a picture here, you can find it, to see if that was possible to do while grabbing stuff from little things on the side, and you can't do that, so we had to change the way the challenge worked. So that's fun fact number 2. So spinning the wheel again. Pitch survive. Okay, I need a timer. 10-second timer. Okay, 10-second timer on the clock. I didn't say to start. We're gonna start over. Okay, ready? Go. Survivor, the TV show, but deadly meets the Hunger Games. The Night Climbs kidnap 50 people and force them to play a game to the death, and only 2 will survive, but they won't be the same. That was 10 seconds. Oh, okay. It's a good thing I've had a lot of practice marketing this book, so I could not have done that for every single one of my books, by the way. Okay, fun fact number 3 of Survivor. So the Night Climb regime in the book that, you know, kidnaps people and forces them to play a game is actually inspired by North Korea. So at the time that I was doing, when my editor finished her round 1, sent it to me, and I needed to do all my rewrites and stuff, I had just finished writing and doing my first edit and read through of my military romantic suspense book called The Cost to Escape, which is book 2 in the Hearts of Valor series. The Hearts of Valor is a series of standalone epic I'm getting the 2 series mixed up. The Hearts of Valor series is a series of standalone military romantic suspense books, and The Cost to Escape, in that one I have a character who is a defector from North Korea, and it takes place in the modern times, so I needed to do research. So I researched North Korea and did a bunch of stuff to make sure it was very, very accurate to real life. And so at the time when we were doing our round 1 of editing, we needed to develop the Night Climbs more, she told me, my editor did. And so since they were meant to be an oppressive regime, I just pulled a bunch of inspiration from North Korea, because that was the research that was in my head at the time from the other book. Alright, so before we get to fun fact number 4, I have to spin this wheel again. Give a random fun fact about each Valiant book. I just did that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go again. Hunter is the biblical kind of like, each of the books are inspired by, not inspired by, but like a fantasy parallel with the Bible, and Hunter is a parallel with the story of Moses. Shifter is a parallel with the story of Ruth. Samurai is a parallel of the story of Joshua and the wall, when the wall came tumbling down. Assassin is a parallel of the story of Saul when he became Paul. And then Rogue is a parallel of the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So Mortal is a parallel with the story of David and Saul, the King Saul. And then Mortal is a story paralleled with Daniel in the Lion's Den. If I keep spinning that one, this is going to take forever. I don't know why I did that. So, fun fact number 4 of Survivor, I added 80,000 words to this book when I edited my round 1. So the original version of Survivor was much, much smaller, and there were entire characters and arcs that were not there. Alright, so spinning the wheel again. State a random fun fact not on the list, as I can't just keep doing time. So I gotta think of a random fun fact that's not on the list. So, hey guys, I'm Reeve. Did you know that Joanna, the author of Survivor, this book that we're all in, did you know that she actually really gets it mixed up with Samurai for some reason? I don't know if she's like just dyslexic. I don't know if she's dyslexic or what the issue is, but I swear she always tries to say Survivor and she says Samurai, or she tries to say Samurai and she says Survivor. I mean, to me, it's ridiculous, but I think it's kind of cute, honestly. Alright, so that is a fun fact that's not on the list from a character that was me being Reeve. I hope I don't have to do that one anymore. I really don't want to. So, fun fact about Survivor number 5. Survivor is the second longest Valiant book so far, and it is 204,678 words. I'll try to put it here on the screen. And it's behind Immortal, which, for some reason, this looks like it actually has more pages. So, but Immortal is actually 209,286,000 words. No, that's wrong. 209,286 words. So this is actually about 5,000-ish words longer than Survivor. And then originally I thought that Samurai was actually the longest book at 120,649 words, and I thought that there's no way that a book would actually be bigger than this. This was the thickest, and I was like, I can't let my books get any thicker than that. And then, of course, along came Survivor and Immortal, so. Okay. So that was number 5. We gotta spin this wheel again. Oh no, oh no. Act out a scene from Survivor using 2 props from my desk. Oh my. Alright, I think I have a scene in mind. I just gotta find it. Okay, I think I'm ready. Look who's been quiet the whole time yet, watching everything that happened. Other people were watching, Reeve. It doesn't mean anything. You're gonna tell me that a sexy ball of trouble like her just so happened to be on the sidelines if something major happened? Tell me you seriously don't believe she didn't have her dirty paws in this? That's the best I got. Okay. I don't know why I decided to do this. Why? What number was I on? Number 6? Fun fact number 6. One of my favorite characters in Survivor is Reeve. The one I've been playing for the last 2 times. And I don't have a sketch of him and I don't have art of him. And I don't know why, even though he's one of my favorites. So. I hate this wheel. It's gonna be fun. I really wanted to do a wheel with like writing or reading. Oh, I gotta turn. Oh, finally. Okay, sing the next fun fact. Why did I think this was gonna be any better? Okay. Of course, it has to be a long one. Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to sing the next fun fact. Please don't laugh at me, guys. I am so embarrassed. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am so embarrassed right now. Be nice. Okay. Many of the challenges in Survivor were actually inspired from American Ninja Warrior, and some of the physical stuff that they did in that show, or that they did in this book, used... that doesn't make any sense. And some of the physical stuff that they did in the TV show, or that they did in the book, was inspired by what they did in the TV show, and I used to watch it a long time ago.
Don't ever do that again.
I'm just gonna move on. I'm just going to move on, pretend like nothing ever happened. Oh my gosh. Stop giving me this one. Oh, okay. I thought this was different. Read a random line as dramatic as possible. I can do that. I can do that. Okay. Okay, I don't want to do the end because it'll be spoilery. So, opening the book up at random. I have no idea what page I'm on. Yeah, because they've been real nice so far. I said sometimes. I have seen it happen before, you know, especially when the fans are rooting for that person or team. That was as dramatic as I got, guys. Sorry. Okay. Fun fact number 8. We're almost done. Even though I pitch Survivor as like Survivor the TV show meets the Hunger Games, I didn't actually take any inspiration from the Hunger Games at all when I wrote it. The first time when I edited it, and when I wrote the 80,000 extra words in there, I didn't pull any inspiration from the Hunger Games at all. It just ended up having similar themes, and so Hunger Games is more of a comparison title, a comp title as they call it, but it actually was not inspired by the Hunger Games at all. Okay, this is the final time I have to spin this wheel. Okay, 5 in 10 seconds. I've already done that once. I can do this again. All right, here we go. I have to say something different than the one before. Stop that. I didn't tell you you could go. Okay. Ready? All right, go. In this game, players must fight to survive. The Night Climbs call it tradition. Everyone else calls it a nightmare. Every year, the Night Climbs kidnap 50 people and force them to play a deadly game of survival. Okay. I cheated a little bit. I used the blurb, but I finished it off myself, so. Oh, that was the final challenge. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the final fun fact about Survivor. Okay, here we go. So, fun fact number 9 about Survivor, the last one. I actually created 30 characters for Survivor. I have all 30. Not all 30 have POVs in the book, but every single one of them have names, appearances, and personalities. So, those are 9 fun facts about Survivor, but I promised that if you got to the end, I would talk about the giveaway, so pop it up here on the screen. So, the giveaway, I'm so excited. Okay. I want to make sure I'm getting all the details right here. Okay, so to celebrate my Kickstarter for Survivor, I'm giving away a super special prize for the final 8 days of the campaign. So this will go on from here to the campaign ends on August 26th. So how do you enter? It's very simple. All you have to do is back the Kickstarter in any tier. I'll have a link in the description below and also in my bio for those of you who are finding this on social media somehow. So just click the link, pledge the campaign any tier, and then when you're done doing that, all you have to do is come back to this video and comment backed and tag a friend who loves epic fantasy. I don't know if you can tag people on YouTube, so if you try and it doesn't work, then I think you can. But either way, so just tag a friend who loves epic fantasy, comment below that you backed the Kickstarter, and you'll be entered to win this giveaway. So why would you want to enter this giveaway? What am I even giving away? One of them is here. So, sorry, that is my microphone. Okay. So, I'm giving away Samurai's audiobook, and I'm so excited. Here is a sample for you guys if I can find it, my editing self.
Roughly jerked my head back so that it was beside his. I grunted and struggled, but to no avail. His grip was like iron. He chuckled at my struggling. "What's the matter? Can't get away from me, woman?"
Colleen Arnold did the audiobook for Samurai, and I now have the rights to it. It is so beautiful. It's such a good book. It's so action-packed. She does wonderful with the voices. She does so good. She even does the male characters wonderful. Like, you're not going to want another Shinji. I promise you when you hear her. This is so amazing. It is such a good book. I will be giving away the audiobook for Samurai. I will also be giving away a physical copy. This exact paperback will be sent to you. It's Dark Magi. It's a Republic Chronicles prequel book. So it's Republic Chronicles is Lord of the Rings meets Star Wars in space. This is a prequel book, so this one actually isn't in space. So this one is fit for fans of like Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. So This is Dark Magi. King Vaxen is sadistic and cruel. After taking the crown of Castre for himself, he's finally squelched the rebellion of Magi who fought against him. The remaining ones will be thrown into an arena to fight to the death. Vaxen knows it's unlikely they will fight each other at first. For this reason, he's sending his own son, Kieran, into the arena with them. As a powerful dark mage, Kieran's job is to kill the Magi. If he doesn't, then his own father will kill his wife and children. Kieran will do whatever it takes to keep his family alive, even if that means he must die after slaughtering his own comrades. Is it possible to rebel in a fight you've already lost? So it's got that magic arena fight to the death vibe that Survivor has, so it's kind of perfect. So I'm going to be giving away this exact copy. This is my personal copy of this book. I have no other copy of Dark Magi when I'm sending this. So I'm sending this to you guys along with a mystery gift pack, which I will physically send to you, that'll have bonus postcards of the Valiant series art illustrations. So those are designed by Lucas Santiago. So those are going to be bonus ones. I'm not going to show you because they're going to be the surprise. It's a mystery gift pack. So the postcards of art, trust me, they are beautiful. They are high quality. I've actually had them tucked away, protected and safe. Along with exclusive Valiant series bookmarks, which again will be a surprise, and then a chibi art sticker of Nassan, who is the main character from Immortal. He's also known as Jace. So the chibi art is so cute. And so I'll be sending you a chibi art sticker of Jace, along with that mystery gift pack, the postcards, the Valiant art bookmarks, with your physical copy of Dark Magi. And I will be sending you the audiobook of Dark Magi done by Albie Robles is the narrator of Dark Magi, so I'll send you the audiobook to that to read so you can listen along with your physical copy of Dark Magi, and along with Samurai's audiobook, again done by Colleen Arnold. So that is the giveaway. You don't want to miss this. I will be giving the winner my personal copy of Dark Magi. Okay? And again, to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is back the Survivor Kickstarter at any tier, and then comment below on this video, backed, and you will be entered to win. And I may do where if you tag a friend, it's like a bonus, so if you tag your friends. So I'll enter you. The winners will be announced on August 27th, a day after the campaign ends. I will announce who the winner is. There's only going to be one winner. So back the campaign, comment below that you backed the campaign on this video, and you'll be entered to win this baby. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, and also if you thought any of these dares that I did to embarrass myself was funny, then like this video. It was really embarrassing to put myself out there, but I hope you've enjoyed and had fun. And if you liked this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more writing and reading videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in the meantime, if you liked this video, then check out the launch party video that I did, where I actually did several different games, including who would survive, would you survive, and also who would you save. That one was pretty brutal, so go check it out, go watch it, it's super fun, and don't forget to enter the giveaway.